Hi guys, Artiar here. So Mizusumi Ayaya, which I call her Ayaya as well, just dropped along with Kokardi in Etheria start. I've been testing her out as well, and previously I already posted about Kokardi, and this video here will be specifically only for her. So her kit is actually very straightforward, so like everything here is actually very easy to understand. So I was just gonna do the showcase like how she actually performs in game. But here's the thing that she actually needs at least 4 lattes before her value actually starts to show. So in this video here, I'll go over my first impression, how she works in practice mode, and whether she worth your resources right now. So why would you actually summon for Mizusumi Ayaya, right? Like why is she actually shine compared with other supporter or healer in the game? It's because she works very similar with Sanya, and then she's a better version of Sanya in terms of countering into CC comp. Cause one of the best selling point about Ayaya is actually the passive here. The effect can trigger when even though she's unable to act. So which means even though if you are able to control her, she will still help you purify debuff and then also heals them, which is very similar with the Sanya passive, which is whenever Sanya takes the action, Sanya will heal 2 ally with the lowest HP and then also purify 1 debuff. But the condition is if she's able to take action at the end of the turn. So this is how actually Sanya works. And then for Ayaya here is actually differently, because as long as she takes a turn and then she if you have the skill up here for level 5, then she's able to purify 1 debuff and then heals them. But then another thing is it only heals when you actually successfully purification. So if you have no debuff on your ally, then she will not proc any heals at all. So that's some similar but difference between Ayaya and also Sanya. So Sanya can heal whenever she takes a turn as long as she is not in stun. But for her case, if you skill her up, then she will heals whenever as long as she takes a turn. Even though she's at stun, she will purify 1 debuff and then heals them 15% only if you skill up. So if you really want to use her, you need to skill up here at least to level 5, cause one of the main selling point for Ayaya is she can able to heal and also purify even though she's actually in stun. So this is very important. So if you really want to play her, I will say the minimum requirement of lattes, you want to at least go for the level 2 here to get this effect, or else she doesn't shine or doesn't work better than Sanya, because Sanya have turn meter pushing, have heals, have cleanse, as long as she's able to take the action, right? So if you don't get the level 5 here, she is not too big difference than Sanya, or probably Sanya is even better. Then the other selling point about Ayaya here is about the S3. Whenever a unit die, reduce the cooldown for 1 turn if it's not skill up. And then if this skill have no CD, which means if the skill is already ready, then she will get turn meter push by 60%, instantly take the turn, and then able to cast skill. So the only healing in her kit is only through the S2. And you want your ally to actually get debuff, or else you are not able to apply any heal at all. Okay, so it's a very good counter pick against control team. And then the S1 here is RNG to reduce everyone's skill by 1 turn. If you skill it up, it will be 25%. And if you really want to use her in PvP, you definitely want to skill up as well, because here is 15 speed. So basically, you are actually skilling up for higher chance, up to 25%, and also getting speed at the S1. And at S2 here, you also need to skill up for the level 5, because you want to use Ayaya is because you want to counter the control team, right? And then for the S3 here, probably is very situational, depends on how many turn meter pushing you want to get and how many cooldown reduction. I would say S3 is also very good, but not a must. In my opinion, if you really want to use her, I would say the S2 here plays a very important role. So S2 first, then S1, then S3 will be the priority. So let me show you how the interaction looks like in game. So if I start the battle, right, if my team here did not have any debuff at all, I will not proc any heal. So let's take a look. I put 2 level 1 unit here. So you see, she takes a turn, but she did not proc any heal at all, because the condition is only heals when you are successful purification. But then since your unit here, no one is actually getting debuff, so no one is getting the heal. So if I don't cast any skill at all, so let's say S1, and then my Lily just randomly S1, okay, and make it slow, then the boss do damage. You look at Ayaya here, she will get turn meter pushing because you have unit died, and then because you have debuff here, and then she takes a turn and heals the unit only who have the debuff. Okay, so you do notice that Holden does not have any debuff just now, so Holden did not get a heal. And only Ayaya and also Lily get the heals because they have debuff. Okay, so the condition is you have to get debuff, and then she will purify the debuff and then heals for the ally only who have the debuff. Alright, so now if I S3, I will turn meter push everyone, and then also cooldown reduction for everyone as well. So S3, push everyone, so look at the turn meter bar, everyone will get pushed, and then also cooldown reduction, and then she herself will also get turn meter push. You can see the turn meter bar is actually faster than the other unit. So let's say I just keep casting my skill, do damage, wait to take a turn. Okay, cast another S1. Then the boss is gonna take another action. Alright, the boss do another AoE damage. Boom. Okay, we got debuff. So only Ayaya and Holden get debuff. So Ayaya is gonna cleanse that 2 debuff and also provide a heal, and that's basically her kit. So everything on Ayaya's kit is working perfectly fine, like in terms of cooldown reduction, turn meter pushing, and also healing is working as intended. So it really depends on the team comp. She is a very good unit to counter those playstyle, especially the control team, because she can still heal, she can still purify even though she get control. So but then you need to skill up at the Lattice to at least get the passive to level 5, so in order to get that thing. And then whenever she take a turn, she will not proc any heal if you don't get any debuff at all. So that's like pro and cons, depends on how the situation is. So in my opinion, she's gonna be a very good unit against the control team, and if you actually skill up to level 5 to get the effect can trigger even though unable to act, then you can get rid of Alicon, because Alicon help you dispel the debuff, right? And you don't really matter, because if you can actually cleanse and heal even you're stunned, then you don't need to go for Alicon. Then I will say the shell that actually suits for her is Reaper Step. So whenever she get debuff, then she will turn meter push herself, let her take a turn faster, and she can help the team to actually purify debuff and also heal faster as well. And then you can also take the turn faster, so you can actually cast S3 to turn meter push the whole team, let your team actually rotate the skill the turn even faster as well. It will do a lot of job. Alright, it's a very good unit here, and I think even though she looks more towards for turn 2 player, because she heals, she cleanses life, but I think turn 1 player also can use it, because the turn meter pushing here is actually very high. Like the turn meter boost effect is 40%, so whenever you cast S3, it's a 40% turn meter push for your whole team. So probably turn 1 player can also consider for her when like turn 1 player is actually facing a control team and you're scared you actually get outspeed, then you can actually use Ayaya here, because if she gets stunned, then she will still trigger the Reaper Step to turn meter push herself, and she take a turn, she will help you purify the debuff and probably actually purify away the control. Then your team is actually out of the CC again, right? Then your team can actually do damage back to the CC team. So I think Ayaya is actually a very good unit against the control team. But other than control team, I think in terms of healing, right, actually Sanya or Fuchiu actually plays in a more consistent job, because like Sanya, the heal, everything here is more consistent, but in terms of dispelling the control effect, then she works a lot more better. I think she's a good unit. Alright, compared with Kokardi, I think she's worth more of the value. But for Kokardi wise, I would say hold on for now, because you know it's just day 1 of the unit, and then even though it seems bugged, I think a lot of players actually trying him out, and probably let's see if actually a player able to cook him a team out. Alright, but so far for Kokardi wise, I don't think it's really that good, because the passive doesn't seem to be working as I intended, right? Because it did not mention anything about like active turn only applied. Well, meanwhile, Ayaya here is actually a very good unit. I would suggest you to at least get 1 copy of Ayaya, because it's a very good unit against control team. And in terms of prowess, isn't nothing too impressive as well. Like healing done is good, the resist is good, but overall it's nothing too, what do you mean? Like as long as the supporter unit, she does a job that is okay, right? Right, so basically that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwatts, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Acne, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.